Hi, Uniquely Cindy here. I am in Wendell, North Carolina. This is the historic Hephzibah Baptist Church. It was founded in 1809, and I wanted to stop and show you this. It is a gorgeous building. It does have a graveyard, so we're going to walk across to the graveyard in a few minutes. But as I said, you can see here on the sign that it was founded in 1809, and you see the beautiful bell. This bell was given to commemorate the 200 plus years of the church. Beautiful bell. And if you'll look here on the front, you'll see that there are two entrances on the church here. This is from an era when women would enter on one side of the church, men would enter on the other side of church, and the women would sit on one side and the men would sit on another side. They did not sit together in church. But when I was reading about the historical content of this, the little boys would sit with their mamas until they reached a certain age, and then they would cross over and sit with their fathers, and then of course the little girl sit with her mom. So interesting point of history there. It is a beautiful piece of property. And as we come along here, I'm going to take you down inside church. I was hoping I'd be able to go in and film the inside and show y'all the inside of the church, but it is locked. You can see the beautiful windows. Very pretty. It has a stone foundation. Just a gorgeous piece of history here. So another unique moment. I love finding old churches and filming them and telling the little details about unique items like the two front doors. The first time I experienced the two front doors and the reasoning behind them was up in the Smoky Mountains in Cades Cove, and they have a church up there, a Methodist church, that they have two front doors, and the men would enter one and the women would enter another one. So it's an interesting piece of history there. And we'll go across over here and come into the graveyard. If you like this content and would like to see more, hit that notification bell down below, hit like and subscribe, and let me know if there's something that you know of that you may be interested in seeing here. Here is a beautiful tomb. This is the Martin family. Pearl Alford, wife of Dewey L. Martin, born in 1895 and passed away in 1969. And then Dewey Lee Martin, born in 1898 and passed away in 1972. Got some beautiful flowers there. If you can see the scroll work on that, that is just gorgeous. I love the artmanship on these tombs and tombstones. This lot has several of the above ground tombs. And this one's got a beautiful saying on it. This is the White family, and it says the most devoted parents in the world. We have Evie Marie Scarsborough White, born in 1901 and passed away in 1985. And Halbert White, I think that's Francis, but I'm not sure. 1896 and passed away in 1978. But a wonderful epitaph from their children. Oh, this is uniquely different. It says Frances Marie White Sargent, 1930 to 2007, and then baby boy Sargent, son of Frank Sargent and Frances Sargent, passed away in 1963. Unique. Here we have veterans. This is Memorial Day. Thank you for your service, or Memorial Day weekend, I should say. Let's see, beautiful flags here commemorating and giving honor. Grady Allen McSwain, Senior Sergeant, U.S. Army, 1930-1992. Thank you. Thank you to your families. Here we have Jeanette Horton McSwain, 1929, 2009. And apparently she also was in the military, for there's a flag here honoring her, but I don't see any war insignia. So, but thank you for your service. Now I'm beginning to find in some of the places I'm going, a lot of these just like head markers with the dates on them. For example, this says Wallace Jr. 1938, so I'm assuming that is an infant. And then we have over here Lizzie Yancey, 1881 to 1954. And then George Yancey, 1875 to 1954. And there's several like this in this graveyard. I want to be able to walk through here, so I know we can't read every stone and epitaph as we go through, but I do want to give honor to this graveyard. It is a pretty graveyard. I'm going to go back into the older section here. Here is a pulpit stone here. You can see the Bible or a book on top of it. Then you've got the drapings, and it says, in loving memory of Reverend W.C. Noel, 1837 to 1914. How appropriate. Pulpit stone and a minister. A lot of Scarsboro family here. It's a pretty stone. It says wife of Hampton Cousins, 1886-1919. Gone but not forgotten. Looks like Annie Herndon or Herndon, H-E-R-N-D-O-N, Herndon. And here we're getting, these are the Victorian era stones. William R. Herndon, 1854-1916. Some more of the Herndon family. Wife of W.R. Herndon. It's like Verdi or Verdelia, 1856-1912. And here is a Woodman of the World stone. They usually are in the shapes of trees, as we see here. The insignia Woodman of the World is on there. And that is I.J. Ray, 1882 to 1915. He died as he lived. Beautiful. Here is a nice obelisk. It says Pace family, or the last name is Pace. Let's see who we can give honor to here. This is Frank Pace, born Monday, May the 21st, 1860, and died Wednesday, October the 12th, 1921. Age, 61 years, 4 months, and 2 days. That is unique. I've never seen them give, this is my first experience of them giving the actual days of death and days of birth. Very interesting, very beautiful stone. You see here it's got some scrolling X's on it that goes around the stone. The name is written on the bottom. And then here on this side, I am going to assume it's his wife, Sarah L. Hinton, born Tuesday, May the 5th, 1863, died Wednesday, February the 15th, 1922, age 58 years, 9 months, and 10 days. Very unique. The coloring on this stone is beautiful. It is, or has, the Mason compass on it. C.R. Ellis. Very pretty. I love the coloring. And here we have one over here in the trees. Let's see, this also has the Mason compass. Dr. A.R. Berry, son of W.R. and Ann Perry, born, looks like April the 28th, 1880, died October the 23rd, 1918. Very pretty. It's right in a tree here. We have some more obelisk style stones over here. It says Mrs. F.M. Farrell, born July 1855 and passed away February 1920. And then we have Franklin Farrell, born December 1842 and passed away December of 1910. His epitaph reads, "I fought a good fight, I finished my course, and I have kept the faith." Wonderful testimony. Now this is a unique stone. Carrie L., wife of Chase E. Farrell, June 1875 and passed away December 1919. Thou last to sight, to memory near. I think that's supposed to be lost to sight, to memory near. Very pretty. It's got a place here for flowers, and then the shape of the stone's very pretty. And here we have a child depicted by the lamb, Maurice, born 1900 and passed away in 1908. Here's another Victorian era stone, Chase Farrell, be his wife down there, March the 18th, 1875, and passed away March the 9th, 1925. Just a few years after his wife passed away. Now here we have some old stones, and a couple of them look like field stones. So there's not any markings on them. That's a field stone. And I'm sorry, I don't know which way these graves are going here. Field stones. And then this one here, the markings have worn off. And then we go back to field stones. So there is no telling how old this section is that I'm standing in. As I said, the church goes back to 1809. So there's no telling how old these stones actually are. but these are field stones. And there's some more through here. You can see them going out that direction. I see a couple of more back here. It is beginning to drizzle, so I'm not going to be out here much longer. Here's another obelisk, Towton. (1849, 1912). Beautiful. You can see up here the flowers. I see a fenced off one back here on the wood line. I want to go and check it out. You can see the fencing, the trees, and looks like there's one back in the bushes there also. Let's see if we can read this one. It says Ben May, 1920, 1937. So just 17 years old. And then some more Mays back here in the bushes. And it's the same plot, so possibly mom and dad, because this stone here does say son. Here we have a rock slab grave. If you can see here, beautiful topping on this grave. It says mother down here at the bottom. Beautiful praying hands, and it says Thelma Robinson, 1901 to 1936, just a young woman. And there are many, many stones out here, as you can see. Here we have the stone fencing going around a family plot here. I am going to be taking some pictures and posting just the pictures also on my Facebook page, so check in on my Facebook and follow me on YouTube and Instagram. I appreciate it. Once again, if you enjoy the context, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, and we'll have some more unique experiences as we look for the unusual places out here, out and about in the different communities. Here we have a veteran, Spanish-American War, 1863 to 1956. Bless you and thank you for your service. This is Thomas Harris, North Carolina. Oh, just a baby. Grace Elizabeth Harris, 1925, 1926. Here we have some more veterans. I want to give honor to as many of our veterans as we can. You know, it's because of them we have the right and the freedom to walk and do the things that we are doing. Agree or disagree with our government, these guys fought for our land. This is Willie Harris, World War II. Charles Harris, U.S. Army, Korean War. So thank you for your service. Thank you for your to your families for their sacrifices also. Y'all have a unique Memorial Day weekend. Have a blessed and safe holiday. And we'll see you again on another unique adventure. Have a great one.